Hello, and today on Rustic Belly, holy moly, we're gonna make mucho frijoles. Anyway, frijoles are beans in Spanish. And today, we're gonna be making 14 pounds of them. Now, no, don't get excited, you don't have to make 14 pounds. I'm gonna show you what we do. First, you can get as many pounds of beans as you like. And then you kind of look through them to make sure there isn't any rocks. Any little bits of dirt in there, not little bits, so just rocks, or any like weird looking ones. It doesn't matter. It's not going to kill you if you miss it, but you kind of mostly want to look for rocks when you're cleaning up your beans. See, we got a little black straggler there. But I used to watch my grandmother do this on her counter, and I couldn't wait till I was coordinated enough to hold the bowl or the pot with my gut and clean beans. I was so excited. I thought it was like the coolest thing. Her and a couple of the ladies who helped her out would go through the beans, look through them. Nowadays beans are pretty clean, so you don't have to worry too much. And this is what I do. I already have some rinsed out, and this is my pot I'm gonna cook my 14 pounders in. I rinse them with either cool water or warm water, and I'll give them a good swish and roll, almost agitate them like if they were in a washing machine. And I do this about at least 4 or 5 times. We'll just do it once right now just so you get the idea. But you're going to be able to see like all the color of the water is a little brown. Now this is my theory. I have 2 theories about beans. Yes, they're supposed to be the magical fruit that make you toot, but I've noticed if I rinse my beans out before I do the soaking, and then once they're done soaking, that water they've soaked in, dump that out again. I'm not saying you're not going to have flatulence, but it might minimize the effect. What I also do with my beans is I render my own beef or pork fat, or beef and pork fat. I'm using beef fat right now. My friend Brandy doesn't like pork, so I don't use the pork so she can eat my beans. I go to my butcher, I'm like, do you have any fat? It's like 99 cents a pound. Chop it up. I have some already started because it takes a little bit of time. And you just fry it up into these delicious, yummy, fantastic morsels that we call little chicharrones. And like some of these are already rendered down. And this is the fat we're going to use to authentically refry our beans. Now, no, this isn't the most healthy recipe. I'll show you a healthy one too when we're done with the beans, when we're done tomorrow. But I have the salt by because I like to salt. My mouth is water. I like to salt a couple of them, let them cool off because I'm not going to burn your tongue. And then I just pop them in my mouth like little delicious pieces of chocolate. Look at my mouth is watery. I also always, well not always, I try to, just in case I don't have enough fat, whenever I go to the butcher I'll get some, I'll render it down, and I'll keep it in the freezer. So I know it might be weird for some people, but once you taste these beans, it's over. They're so good. So tomorrow I'm going to cook my beans. Right now I'm going to finish washing them. I'm going to soak them overnight. You don't have to soak them that long, but it's already towards the end of the day. So I'm going to put them on the stove tomorrow. 14 pounds of beans, it's going to take a while. Probably, I'm going to say 4 to 6 hours. So once my husband gets home from work, I'm going to make a videotape me. We're going to refry our beans in a rendered beef fat, and then I'll show you also a healthy version. But it's all about balance. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Hello.
Hi.
Today we're going to make
Beans.
beans.
Alright.
And rice.
And rice. Here is my big pot of 14 pounds of beans we did yesterday. You can see a lot of water evaporated. Usually when you boil them, sure baby. Usually when you boil them, you want at least 2 inches of water above your beans. And do not add salt. If you add salt, your beans they won't soften. And the way you can tell when they're ready is if you get them in your finger and just easily squish it. And if you can do that with ease, they're done. So So the reason I'm making so many beans is because we're heading to my cousin's house for Easter. There's going to be about 50 people there. But I'm going to just do a small batch of refried beans so you can see. Well, I got this on. Actually, I think here pretty good. I'm going to make, like I said, I'll show you refried beans and frijoles de la olla, which means beans from a pot. It's a dinner that we make, not a bit, quite a bit, but it's really a neat kind of a soup. So what you do is you just get some of your beans, get them from the pot, and this you do want a little bit of the bean juice, if you will, and you put that in your bowl. Maybe you can help me. Okay. And I'm gonna chop up some onion. You can use any kind of onion except green onion. I like taking the center out of an onion because I think it's just bitter. So I'm gonna put a little bit of onion in that. Nothing too fancy.
Can I put that in for you?
Of course.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and dump that in there.
Sorry.
So we put our onion in there, and we also use oregano.
Can you put that in down?
I'm gonna smush it up, okay? You can use fresh oregano, but dry oregano is fine.
Can I squish it?
Hold on, I'm gonna do this part, okay? You can help me with the oil and the vinegar, okay?
Okay.
And you just kind of crumble it up. And you put as much as you want. That was probably about half a teaspoon. Go ahead, baby. A little bit of extra, okay. Extra virgin olive oil, switch it around. Right? Okay, it's good. And red wine vinegar.
Can you do that, please?
Yep, a little splash, okay? Because it gives a nice little acidic flavor to the creaminess of the beans, and the olive oil is so good. Salt. I put extra because I like salt. And then pepper. Other way my sweet.
My time to work.
That's alright, I'll help you with that. And there you go. You can also put tomatoes in this if you like. You can put tomatoes in there if you like. Or cheese. You can put some queso fresco, mozzarella. We've used mozzarella before.
I'm going to take
Shredded
my
Mexican.
tomato.
We don't have any shredded Mexican cheese. Or you can just eat it like this. Want a bit?
No.
No?
Yeah, maybe.
Put more salt on it.
Okay, but no onion.
I know. What do you think?
Good.
We never rehearsed this part. Oh, this is a really great. Want more?
Yeah.
You want me to make you one without onions?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, please. Can I finish doing this first?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to show them how you do this?
Mm-hmm.
So what I do, I just kind of move some. This is how. Go ahead. I use my immersion blender to blend my beans. Okay. And you can blend them as fine as you like. If you like a little bit more bits in it, leave bits in there. That's not a problem. I blend them pretty well. And these, when I refry them, I do keep them a little bit thicker because you're going to add the beef, the fat that we did last night. Sorry, I was up at 2:30 this morning and I could not go back to sleep. So I'm a little spacey. So at least I have an excuse today, right? What else? Okay, I have to do those sticky notes too, which are my favorite things ever in the whole world. So I'm gonna do this I keep this a little bit thicker. Now this part you're gonna have to move away, okay, sweetheart? Because it's gonna be oil and it's gonna be very hot. But you can stand over here, okay? Another way to soak your beans, if you want to soak them overnight, a quick soak method is rinse your beans out like I mentioned, like 3 or 4 times, 4 or 5, and put them on the stove to boil, and then take them off for an hour, and then rinse your water out, and then you can start cooking them. And you don't have to soak them; they just cook a little bit faster. Or like my Tío Al showed me how to do. I guess I can cook and talk at the same time. Or maybe my uncle, God rest his soul, he just passed away. He showed me a fabulous thing of making beans in a pressure cooker. So just make sure you have enough water for the pressure cooker, and you can have frijoles de la olla in like an hour and a half. So that always comes in handy. Or make extra; they just freeze really well. Now we got about 2 cups of lard from our rendered fat from yesterday. I'm gonna probably, for this much, let's see what we got. Yeah, I know you want to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I taste it?
No, it's gross. See, it's melting.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
ice cream.
It looks like ice cream. Right? Deliciousness of ice cream. I like to do it in an iron skillet. You don't have to. I just feel a little bit more authentic-y. I love it. So we're gonna let that melt down. We're gonna put our refried beans. Here, go sit over here, baby. I don't want you to get, this is gonna splatter, okay?
Why?
Because it's very hot. So yeah, I think about 1 scoop. I'm probably gonna get the lard I have in my freezer out for the rest of these beans that I'm taking to my cousin Celine's house. Should be a lot of fun. There's tons of kids, tons of people. It's melting down here. And the other thing you can do, my cousin does, she fries like the chili pods, the dehydrated chili pods in the oil, and that gives it a really nice, beautiful red color to your oil. You don't have to use animal fat. You can use even olive oil if you wanted to, but I'm not gonna make them spicy because little ones. But one day I think I want to. I think with the refried beans, with the lard and the chilies, will be delicious. All right, so this is where it gets kind of fun and crazy. So good. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get that mixed in. Holy moly guacamole. Alright, let's get something together. And I do like to heat melt my lard in my pan first. I don't know why. I think it's just funner. I mean, obviously I dirtied another pan, but I could have just poured it in there. Same flavor, but it's all up here. Most everything is up here. Okay. And just kind of mix all those beans in really, really well. Now for a little secret. I'm going to show you. And if you don't want to use as much lard, obviously don't. I'm gonna probably add the rest of these into there. So this is just for demonstration here. But the flavor is amazing. I'm gonna add some salt. Sorry, babe. Probably got a big tablespoon of salt. And I think we got here probably about, if I was to guess, probably about 2 pounds of beans. I made. So you salt them up. And I'm going to tell you another little secret. I can't believe I'm telling you because it's so yummy. A little bit of evaporated milk. Why? I don't know. I heard someone tell me this one time. It just makes it yummy. And it has just an undernote of sweetness. And it's just so good. And there you have it. Refried beans. I'd like to say authentic, but I'm a pretty bad Mexican, but you know, we'll go for it. I make good beans though. That I can do. That I can do. I can't speak very good Spanish, but I can make good beans. See, look at that beautiful creaminess that the milk gives you. You can also, oh my God, so yummy. They're so creamy and so yummy. Okay, so you can also, crap, you made me forget what I was going to say.
Well, then let's take a break and
okay, I'm going to take a break and regroup because I don't know what my other one. Okay.
back.
Okay, I remembered. I'm sorry I'm rushed, but I'm trying to get this under 15 minutes. You don't have to use lard. I used to make them with butter and shredded cheese before, so if you don't want to use lard, butter and shredded cheese, that was my healthier version, you can do that too. So that's how I forgot to say. Anyway, I hope you enjoy these beans. Make extra, freeze them, use them, make burritos, use them for everything.